Hello and good morning. This is going to be your walkthrough on the 27 bhp Autumn Ridge. First, we'll go ahead and we'll start right over here. This is going to be your hitch. This is where we level the camper from. So of course, extend or retract. We have your propane tanks right here, which are completely filled. You do have your regulator right here. It has a green little notch on it. Whatever way that notch is facing is going to be whichever tank you're drawing from. Have your pass-through, where we have the rest of your hitch, your outdoor shower hose, your manual cranks for your stabilizer jacks, these guys right here. And yes, these are only stabilizer jacks. These are not for leveling, only for stabilization. We have your quick connect for your propane lines. That way you can connect that griddle right over there to the back of your unit and then connect it with that line, so that way you can use the propane that you already have with you. We have your nice awning, which this is super cool. You can actually adjust the pitch of it by grabbing down on the thicker end. And so now if it's raining, all the water is going to start coming off this way, which is extremely cool. We'll head down right here. So these are our 110 outlets. These are only going to work on shore power if you have a generator running. And then right here, you can kind of see this little line right here. This is where your low point drains are. So you have your hot and cold drains right here. So that's the lowest part of your camper. That's where everything is going to be drained through your lines. We have a freshwater drain right over there. It says low point drain right there, but that's actually a freshwater drain. And this guy. This is our freshwater inlet. So this is like a gravity fill. You could totally get your garden hose or your water line, I should say, and fill this guy up that way. Just keep an eye on your monitors on the inside, although you do have a little overfill right there that'll push the water out. We'll cycle through. This guy right here, this is the back of our furnace. This guy is extremely hot right now because I do have it running. You can take a look at that. So I'm gonna put it right on the regular camper. 58 degrees. As soon as I move over to this guy, 82, 150, holy cow. Yeah, so this guy gets extremely hot. So it's not a great idea to hang out right there. Although, if you take this beast out hunting, that's a great hand warmer. And then here's that freshwater drain that I was telling you about. This one is directly linked to your freshwater tank. We have your outdoor prep area. Your mini fridge, which this guy will only work on shore power if you have that generator running. Here's where you're going to connect that griddle with your quick connect propane line, and then you have your stand that'll sit right there. Right here, this is a spray port. If you want to come out, clean your outdoor fridge or the griddle, clean it off right there, spray off your shoes. This is our water heater. This guy is extremely self-explanatory. So this is off electric, 12 volt power, and propane. You have your drain plug right there at the bottom. That's your drain plug right there. Then we have your pressure release valve, this guy right here. So if I was to pull on this, we'd have some hot water come out. And then that's your water heater right here. Spare tire. This is your shore power cord. Again, this guy is only going to be a 30 amp unit, which we will give you an adapter as long as you have our starter kit that'll attach to this cord, which is really nice. Here we have the docking station, or our wet bay. So with this guy right here, you have the diagram up top, which tells you what everything is. But just to reiterate, this can be our city water connection. Okay, so with this, you can connect to that, have that pressure regulator, and that's gonna bypass your fresh tank and just run you water. Okay, and in order to use that water pump, if we have fresh water, we still have to turn this off to city water. Here we have our black tank flush. This goes hand in hand with our sewer outlet connection. So with this, you're gonna get our 15-foot premium sewer hose, connect that onto there, pull your black, pull your gray, and then turn on the water to this guy. This guy also requires that pressure regulator, but that's gonna be like a sprinkler system inside of your black tank. And then here we have your outdoor shower. which is real nice. Sweet. Then here we have another gray sewer outlet connection. This one I believe is directly linked to like your kitchen sink, where the one in the rear is just for your bathroom. And I will see you guys on the inside. Alrighty, so when we first walk into this guy, to the right hand side we'll have some controls. So we have our slide out control, in and out, which of course is for your whole slide. We have your awning controls, in and out, which I've shown you that it is out right now. Have your lights, so these are your main lights, and then this guy right here, that's your awning lights. Over here we'll have your water pump and your water heater, as well as all of your levels. So all of these guys, these are buttons, and if I click on them, you're gonna see like your levels for your battery, your fresh tank, your black, your gray, and your gray too. To get water pressure, as long as we have water in the fresh tank, we're gonna use the water pump right here. If we have a city water connection, we are not going to turn on the water pump. It'll run it dry, and you'll end up burning it out. And then here, these are the buttons for our water heater. One of them is gas, one of them is electric. You can run both of these at the same time, but not for more than an hour. And it will always click fault on the propane side until your water heater is actually lit outside. Which we'll take a second. We'll come back to this guy and I'll show you that fault goes away. We'll come around here. Show you we have good water pressure coming through here. Your stove is actually really cool in this guy. So as you can see right here, there's an on and off switch and then your oven switch. In order to do anything first, you have to actually turn it on. Then the lights illuminate, and now it's just gonna be like an oven at your house. Push it in, light it up, let it reach temperature, let go. And it's really cool that you can tell where you have propane coming out of and where you don't. Sweet, there are your burners all lit. Now for your oven, you have to have it on, just like how we have it on, but now I actually need to click the oven button. Now down here, we can turn on your oven by turning this guy to the pilot light. That'll ignite it and turn it over, and you can get your oven lit, which is really nice. You can see the little fan in the back going. These ovens are sweet. Your refrigerator is a 12-volt fridge. All of your controls for this guy on the top right here. So we just have your regular power mode. We have a couple of different settings, like low power modes and a couple different things. But here's where we're gonna ultimately, change the temperature of your fridge and freezer. Yeah, this guy's really nice. This is our thermostat, where of course we're gonna control the temperature. Right now, as you saw, I do have the heat on. So if I was to turn it off, of course I'm just gonna slightly move that over. It's gonna take a second for the furnace to actually turn off, just because it has to burn the rest of the propane running through the lines. So we'll give that a second to turn off. Show you that we have good water pressure coming through here. Go to the baño. Good water coming through there. Good water pressure. And then for your shower. Sweet. With this little vent, your little fart fan above your shower, just make sure that this is closed for travel, because the wind will catch it and it'll blow it away. Rip it right off. Yeah, you absolutely have a gorgeous unit. And I'm sure you know this guy turns into a bed if need be. All you gotta do is take off the legs, and then the table actually comes in and sits on these little brackets right there. These will hold it into place. We have your storage, and then in the master bedroom, we actually have your breaker box and fuse box. I'll sneak in over here. Alrighty. So this is the first place to look if anything goes wrong. It's this guy right here. If you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to reach out to us and we will gladly help you out. Our phone number is 505-892-3600. And of course, you can ask for Donnie or myself, Jaden. Alrighty, thank you so much, guys.